Ah, boy, there you are. I'm about 5 pints deep, but come, sit. I got another story to tell you today. This one is about the free folk and how they invaded south of the Wall, striking fear into the realm during such a woeful time. During the War of the Five Kings, actually. Let me get my book out. Here we are. Right, you ready? In the cold, unforgiving lands beyond the Wall, where the winds whispered ancient secrets and the snow whispered of death, there lived a man unlike any other. His name was Radgeir Tree, a towering figure with wild eyes and a heart forged in ice. Radgeir was known throughout the lands beyond the Wall for his thirst for blood and unmerciful behaviour, but also for his unmatched skill in combat and his ability to lead with an iron fist. By his side stood his right-hand man, Hagon Othem, a fierce warrior in his own right who shared Radgeir's taste for power and bloodshed. Together, they roamed the frozen wilderness, gathering a loyal band of men who were drawn to Radgeir's strength and charisma. They called themselves the Tree Men, a name that struck fear into the hearts of all who heard it.
Hagon, we've got to think bigger. The nice watchers sniffing around our territory like a pack of hungry direwolves. We need to make a statement.
Aye, right there. But what can we do? We're just a small free-folk clan against the might of Castle Black.
Not if we'd recruit some big friends.
Big friends? What in the name of the old gods are you talking about?
Giants, Hagon. Giants! Imagine having those towering behemoths on our side. We'd be unstoppable.
Giants? Are you off your mead, Radgeir? How do you propose we convince a bunch of giants to join our merry band of misfits?
Simple. We appeal to their sense of adventure. Tell them we've got mammoths to ride and caves full of treasure. Who wouldn't want in on that action?
You think a giant cares about treasure? They'd probably squish us like bugs before we could even finish our pitch.
Fair point. But think about it, Hagon. If we pull this off, we'd be legends among the free folk. Radgeir Tree and Hagon of them, the men who tamed the giants.
Aye, and then we'd be the ones leading the charge against the Night's Watch. I like the sound of that.
Then it's settled. Tomorrow, we set out to find ourselves some giants. But first, let's finish this rabbit. Wouldn't want to face a giant on an empty stomach.
But it was not only men who flocked to Radgeir's banner. As they journeyed deeper into the wild lands, they encountered the giants, creatures of immense power and ancient wisdom.
Right, Hagon. We'll use the oldest trick in the book. Flattery and a touch of humour. Giants may be big, but they've got hearts as soft as summer snow when it comes to a good jest.
All right, then. Let's give it a shot. But remember, we're dealing with giants here. Keep it simple.
1-1. What, Guyana? How's the weather up there?
Cold.
Aye, colder than a White Walker's heart, I reckon. But listen, we've got a proposition for you two fine gents.
We want to gather all the giants under one banner. Together, we'll crush our enemies like bugs under a boot.
Enemies. Crush.
Exactly. And who better to lead the charge with the fearsome Radgeir Tree and the mighty Hagon of Then? We'll be unstoppable with giants like you at our side.
Unstoppable.
That's the spirit. So what do you say, lads?
Tree.
Ha-ha! Well done, my friend. Looks like we've got ourselves a giant-sized army.
Aye, and with giants like these, the Night's Watch won't know what hit them. But first, we bring the giants to Manus, show them we're ready with our new additions to the clan.
Radgeir, with his cunning and strength, earned the respect of the two most influential giants, One and Wugdan the Small, which then brought many giants under Radgeir's banner. With his band of giants and men, Radgeir formed a clan like no other, the Giants of the Tree, a force to be reckoned with in the lands of the free folk. Their legend grew, and as they travelled through the rough, icy lands beyond the Wall, they faced an army of whites, the undead servants of the White Walkers.
Here to see Mounts?
Aye, Radgear Tree, right? He's down by the docks, waiting for your arrival.
You gained quite the reputation, Radgear Tree. One of your feats has spread like wildfire through the north.
Aye, tales tend to grow with each tale.
He's not one for boasting, but what you've heard is likely true.
I've heard you faced the White Walkers and lived to tell the tale. That's a rare feat among our people.
Simple, Mounts. I saw the dead rise with my own eyes and put them back in their graves.
I've gathered the free folk because I believe we face a common enemy. The Night's Watch and the Seven Lords are threats to our existence, but together we can stand against them.
And what would you have of us?
Your strength, your courage, and your loyalty. We need warriors like you to join our cause. Together we can reclaim our freedom and our lands beyond the wall.
Yes, we've grown tired of hiding and running. It's time we faced our enemies head on.
Aye, with you and your giant standing with us, and your clan's support, we'll be an unstoppable force.
Well, we wanted you to come to us with this offer. We share the same ambition.
You accept then? The fate of our people hangs in the balance. Together, we can forge a new future.
Mance welcomed Radgear's clan under his command, but fate is a cruel mistress, and their plans were soon thrown into chaos. In the midst of battle, Mance fell, some claiming that he was struck by an arrow of the Lord Commander, Gior Mormont himself. With Mance dead, the leaders of the Freefolk clans gathered at Frostfang's camp to choose a new leader.
Brothers and sisters, the loss of Mance Raider weighs heavy upon us, but we must choose a new leader to guide us through these dark times.
Aye, and who better to lead us than I? I brought the giants together under one banner, and my men are loyal to the bone.
Loyalty's good, Tree, but respect's better. And Rick here, he's got both.
Aye, Rick's been Mance's right hand for years. He's earned his place.
You, Tree, with your fancy new clan. What makes you think you've got what it takes to lead the free folk?
I've got strength, I've got vision, and I've killed a fucking White Walker. What more do you...
And you got a mouth as big as a mammoth's arse.
Enough! We must choose wisely. Mance would have wanted someone who can hold us together.
Aye, I suppose you're right, Rick. But this invasion must be won. I'll support you.
Then it's settled then. Long live Longspear Rick, leader of the free folk, and the new King Beyond the Wall.
Though disappointed, Radgeir accepted their decision with a grim determination. Every clan and person of the free folk marched south from Fosfang's camp, all the way to Craster's Keep, where they would devise the plan and first step of their invasion.
So, here we are, gathered to decide our next move. We'd lingered too long beyond the wall. It's time we make our presence felt to the crows at Cattleblack.
Aye, Longspear speaks true, but we must be smart about it. We can't just charge in blindly.
Ah, but where's the fun in that, eh? I would say we smash down the gates of Castle Black and take what's ours.
Tormund, you know that's suicide. We need a plan, not a death wish.
We should split our forces, attack them from multiple fronts. Keep the crows getting.
Lord of Barons has a point. Divide and conquer. But where should each force strike?
I propose a distraction. We'll gather our forces near Castle Black, show them the might of our army, but we won't strike. We'll make them think we're preparing for a siege.
While they're focused on us at Castle Black, we'll send a smaller force to the east. Giants of the Tree, led by me, would scale the wall near Eastwatch by the sea. Some will travel by boat around the walls of the port. I think Harmer and Lord of Bones to join me in this expedition.
Sounds like a plan to me. We'll catch them unawares.
Aye. And while they're scratching their heads, wondering what hit them, we'll be inside their world.
It's settled then. Longspear Rick, Giant Spain, and Sixskins will lead their forces to Castle Black, creating a diversion and distraction. Radgeir Tree, Dog's Head, and I will lead the attack on Eastwatch by the sea.
Let the crows fill the wrath of the free folk. We'll show them that the true power lies beyond the wall.
Radgeir, Harmer, and the Lord of Bones began travelling east to execute their perfect plan. They stopped off at night to set up camp.
So, he was going to claim the title of the Crow Killer this time round.
You know Skinsby Lee. Harmer Dog's Head doesn't miss a single crow.
You? I bet my best set of bones that I have more crows to boast about.
Don't help me out just yet. Those crows won't know I hit them when I'm through.
And what about me? You will forget about my giants. Even one of them could probably squash more crows than all of us combined.
Come on, Radgeir. Giants may be big, but they are not exactly nimble. I'll be picking off those crows left and right, while your giants are still getting out of bed.
I can just imagine it now. Harmer, perched up on a hill, arrows flying, or Radgeir's giants are still trying to decide which book to step forward with.
Perhaps we should place bets on which one of our giants will squash the most crows by accident.
You know, I'm here.
Hey now, don't underestimate the skill of our giants. They may not be as graceful as you lot, but they'll get the job done.
When they reached Eastwatch by the sea, the ancient fortress guarding the eastern end of the wall, Radgeir, Dog's Head, and the Lord of Bones scaled the walls and set sail to the port. The siege of Eastwatch and invasion of the free folk had begun.
Brothers and sisters of the free folk, giants of the north, today we stand on the precipice of destiny. Our ancestors fought and died for the freedom we hold dear, and today we honour their legacy with our own bravery. Eastwatch by the sea looms before us, a symbol of the oppression we have endured for too long. But today, we shall shatter those chains. Today, we shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. Look around you. Feel the strength coursing through your veins. We are not mere men and women. We are the free folk. We are the children of the world, the heirs of the untamed lands beyond the wall. Eastwatch may be fortified, but they cower behind their stone walls, their hearts filled with fear. They may have numbers, but we have something they can never possess. the fire of freedom burning within us. Today we march not as individuals, but as an unstoppable force. Today we make our stand against tyranny. Today we show the world the true meaning of courage and resilience. So let your battle cries be heard across the seven kingdoms. Let the winds carry our defiance to every corner of Westeros. For today, we write our own legend. Today, we fight for freedom.
Retreat.